Okay, let's go. So my guide today is ChatGPT. I put the picture of this kayak, that where should I sit, where to go, and I literally had like 3 rounds of conversation. But I figured out this is where I sit, this is where my legs go, and my camera goes somewhere here. Is heavy. Wow, nice, 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 nice. So you're gonna watch me live go beyond my fear of water. So in November, I had a near-death experience. I was stung by 50 sea urchins. That wasn't even the worst thing. I was stuck in an undercurrent, which made me feel very helpless and out of control. And I got really scared of dying. Like for months, I had these nightmares that I'm dying of some or the other causes. And I'm in Thailand right now, and I came to the beach yesterday. And while I was walking, I just got this terrifying feeling when I stepped into the water, and I was like, what is that about? And that reminded me of the incident that happened in November. I was like, fuck, that fear is still in my body. And what do we do then? We take charge. We are never being suppressed by our fears. So I decided that I'm gonna wake up at 6 and take the kayak at my hotel into the water. I don't know how to ride one. Like I've done it once. It's not complicated. It's just a game of using your strength. But the point being, courage is what is rewarded by the universe. So the more I sink into it, the more you sink into it, the more you're given really awesome as fuck things in life. You're gonna create a 30 days of your own courage challenge. Your own, by the way. You're gonna dip your toes, quite literally, I'm gonna do that in water, but you're gonna dip your toes in courage every day, and especially creative courage, because creative courage is very directed towards, your business, your job, whatever you want to grow into. Imagine practicing small acts of courage. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about when we take our kayak into the water just somehow. Oh my god, I'm just wondering, I can take it in the water, it's very easy. How will I take it out? My things are going to be safe, I'm assuming. God, please keep my DJI safe. I love my DJI so much. And keep me safe also. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna keep this here. So I'm gonna pick it up, take it in the water. Mama. Oh god. I don't know at what point do I sit in the kayak. I guess when it's in water, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna push it from the back. Let's go! Wait. मैं कैसे चढ़ूँ? मैं ऊपर कैसे? Okay. Oh fuck. Okay, I am not doing this right. I'm thinking I need to abort the mission. I'm thinking I need to abort the mission because everything is wet, and I really don't think I can be in water and keep my camera dry unless I'm in the still water. So what I'm gonna try doing is, so when I get to like flat water, I'm gonna bring this up. Let's go. I asked my hotel staff कि कैसे करना है. She was like, don't even talk to me. This is the easiest thing you could do. Just get in water. Like, fine. Oh my god, this is so fun. Really bring your fears to the surface, man, because if you're not doing that, they're being suppressed, and that doesn't mean if they are suppressed, then courage is on the top. No, courage cannot be on the top because it does not have the space, because the space is occupied by your suppressed fear. So what do? Start with acknowledging, I am fucking scared of starting this business. I am fucking scared of raising my prices. Oh my god, like, do you realize so many people who are so good at what they do, but they don't make enough money because they're shit scared. If they raise their prices, their clients are gonna be like, no, I don't see you, as this premium client coach. Okay, I got distracted by the cutest dog ever. Okay, I have to turn it back. If I can do it once, I can do it again. And that is the second step of going beyond fear, but we're going to talk about it in a second after I turn my kayak. This video is so chaotic. So can you take a moment, open your journal, open your voice notes or whatever, and just fully, openly say this is what I'm scared of. Yesterday, I was able to decide to go beyond my fear because I acknowledged that apparently I'm still fearful of the water. You know, when my feet touched the ocean water and I observed this feeling, I was like, oh, apparently it's still there. Instead of shying away from it, a lot of coaches do that. They feel like, you know, they're at the god status now and they cannot have any more fears. And again, that's another form of suppressing your fears, right? Say it out loud. What are you scared of? Write it in the comments. Because if you really say it out loud in a community that is there for you, then you're also practicing your vulnerability with the fears, right? What you do by doing that is you are taking away the power from the fear and bringing it back in your body. Like, I think our brains work like pendulums, especially when we are going beyond a blockage, because one part of you is like, oh my god, this feels so good, to practice, you know, our creativity, our courage, and make our ideas come into fruition. Another part of you is like, babe, don't step too beyond your boundaries. You're gonna burn yourself. And second point to this is, fear is a learned behavior. It's not something that you were born with. Some fear is very important. Like when you would put your finger in a socket and you would get electrocuted. Who hasn't done that? I mean, we all have been electrocuted once. So fear of that pain, fear of getting electrocuted is in a way keeping you safe, right? You don't, as an adult, we're not talking about go put your finger in a, like get electrocuted. We're not talking about that because we don't want you to be unsafe. We want you to be safe. But safety till what point? Physical safety is okay, great. Keep yourself physically safe. But our minds are so obsessed with safety that every intangible threat is also like, whoa, we cannot do that. You can't go and propose to that girl, or you can't say hi to that stranger, or you cannot write that mail to that company offering you whatever. Are you fucking serious? What if they see you and they say no, right? You will be shattered. That level of fear is always learnt. And I would suggest, sit in your meditation and ask your subconscious, where did I learn the fear of XYZ? Fear of getting rejected, fear of failing. Nobody talked about beingness. Nobody talked about, how about you sit for a second and visualize your goal. What is your goal? Do you know that, beta? Your parents didn't know that either. They didn't live the life consciously themselves. So that's totally all right. You know what I'm going to do? After I make this video, I'm going to go a little further away. I'm trying. I mean, I keep coming back to this boat. And then I'm gonna just have a singing session with myself. When I was living in Phu Quoc, an island in Vietnam, I had this entire beach to myself, like literally a whole private beach. And it was a very shallow beach. So you just keep going on and on and on, and you can just keep walking into the ocean, which is such an awesome experience to have. And I would literally have singing sessions. Sometimes I would take my earphones because I would not get wet till my head. Get wet till my head. Oh, I like that. I like the sound of it. Get wet till my head. Cool, yeah, I guess. That's what she said. That's what, I don't think she says that. Yeah, that's what she did not say. Cool. So going back to the point, talking about going beyond fear, and it is a learned behavior, right? So when you really see, it's not a universal truth, it's not in your DNA, it's not supposed to happen. What happens is, it puts fear in a different perspective altogether. You start to realize that it's actually not as powerful as I thought, because it's just something somebody told me when I was really little. You know, I had a very sponge-like sort of consciousness. I heard it as a truth at that age, and that's fine. But I don't have to live by that truth anymore. I practice this every day because I am going beyond my boundaries every day, and I love that. You know, we're going to talk about the pleasure of being courageous in a second. But one really crucial part of that is knowing the fear that I have. It's not even the actual truth. It's just, you know, something said so many times that it feels like truth, but it's not. So it again disempowers the fear. And when you are disempowering your fear, and now we're going to be talking about empowering your courage, you don't have to do that much hard work to go beyond your fear. You know, this whole thing about, oh, don't be fearful. and how to go beyond fear and 10 steps. None of that is required because you just disempowered the thing. Imagine like it was plugged onto a socket. You just unplugged it. It's not lit up anymore because you unplugged it. Now, as you're disempowering your fear. Now the question is, what are you empowering? Because if you're constantly working on fears, I have fear of failing, fear of failing, fear of being seen, fear of being rejected, you are constantly giving that your energy. What else do you want to give your energy? What about courage? What about creative courage? What about you start with, I'm actually now, oh my god, I turned again. What is this? Like, why do I keep coming back to this boat? I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea. Okay. Mama. Okay. Relax, rest. I have no fucking idea why I keep coming back to this point. Like, I've gone beyond so many times. Oh, that is literally reflective of what happens when we are going beyond our fear, because the old programming is gonna be like, let me pull you back a little bit. And that happens in moments when you're feeling discouraged, when you're feeling tired, when you're feeling exhausted, and then you start wondering about all these disempowering questions. Am I supposed to win? Will this happen to me? Do I deserve this? Am I ready for this? Isn't this too good to be true for me? I mean, when is it gonna happen? It's gonna take forever. When that is happening, you know what you need to do? Pack everything up, shut everything down, and chill. Because if you try to solve your problems when you're feeling that disempowered, you're just gonna create more reasons of that problem. You're gonna convince yourself why your problem is real. Okay, so don't do any of that. Meditate, go out, chill, kayak like me, and dance, or just speak to a friend. Do not try to solve your problems when your problems seem bigger than you. Put them in a different perspective when you are rested and relaxed and you're like, I am not taking shit from you today. I'm in a different mood to take fucking charge of my life. Oh my god, I'm tired. I realize one thing. I'm also going beyond my fear of being seen recording content in public, and this is something I realized like maybe yesterday when I was making some content. I made a YouTube video at a really gorgeous place where I was having my breakfast at the beach, and I saw people looking at me and I was so okay with it, and I was like, how did that happen? Because I used to be so fucking embarrassed of turning my camera on and speaking to a camera while people are looking at me, and I realized that it doesn't matter. None of these people are gonna see me again. If they see me again, that means I made friends with them while I was being there. So that's awesome. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be making friends who judge me, and if they do, that's great. Like, tata, bye bye right away. This leads me to the next point. What are you giving your energy to? Okay, make a long list of this is what gets my energy. Mental energy, spiritual energy, physical energy. So if you have been giving energy to, what if I don't make a sale in my business? So basically fear of failing. Actually give your mental, spiritual, physical energy to something that you want to see in your life. The universe is going to test you many times, that are you sure that you want to give your energy to your dreams while you have just few bucks left in your bank account, or while you see people, they've gone so ahead in life and you are still at the starting point. Are you sure if you start today, you're gonna reach the end point, you're gonna get your win? You're gonna be tested so many times. That is where you practice, consciously bringing your focus to what the fuck do you want. Consciously focus on courage. So this is the last part in which you're gonna actually create a very actionable 30 days courage challenge. Okay, I invite you to actually do this in your journal, or even take help of ChatGPT. Ki 30 days I'm gonna do very small acts of courage. So the definition of small acts of courage depend upon what phase of life you're in. If you're already taking bets on yourself, you're just like in the momentum of creating, taking leaps, then what these small acts of courage are will look differently than if you are totally consumed in your fear. You're gonna start having fun with it, okay? So don't overwhelm your system by being like, कि आज तो पूरी की पूरी website बन जाएगी. Don't create a website on day 1. Maybe day 30, consider it. Maybe like even before that, you'll get into the momentum, but start with something really tiny. Maybe, you know, if we're talking about website here, you know, you're, let's say, creating a sales page for a program that you want to sell, okay? Just open a document. One act of courage is, today I'm going to write 4 lines about it. That's it. And you're like, what is so courageous in it? If it was not, you would have done it already. If it was not, you would have done it already. So start super small. Then on day 2, you can be like, okay, I can maybe add 10 more lines to it. I can maybe click some pictures on 3rd day. On 4th day, I could maybe, you know, select a platform where I want to build this website. Okay, or maybe not select, break that down even further. Maybe I can research on where should I create, you know, this. So maybe the next day also you're researching, and just slowly what you've done is by the 30th day, you have your full-blown website. So what you're now gonna do is create this 30 days courage challenge, join our free WhatsApp community, everyday update. You're free to message there, everyday update that this is what I did today. Now what happens when you miss out on a day? That's gonna happen, right? I'm just preparing you. So what? Show up the other day. Show up the other day. That's it. Just show up the next day. Okay? So don't take it too much to your heart, because remember, step 3 is give your energy and attention to what you actually want. So if you start feeling guilty, ki dekho, I don't even keep my word and ye wo, you're just wasting your energy on something that you don't want more of, right? You want more of showing up. Give your energy to more of actually showing up. Fuck, I'm tired. I'm done. I'm gonna go back. I have a really long, beautiful day planned at, I'm going to another island called Koh Phangan, and I'm just gonna check the vibe over there. If it's nice, I'm gonna stay there for a bit, like maybe a month or so. And I have something really fun planned for you. My team and I have been planning this for months now. I got the vision maybe 1 or 2 years back. It's an ecosystem that I'm creating for you. I don't want to give out too much. I'm gonna reveal it finally in the next video. While I'll be revealing it, I will be at the location what this is about. Oh my god, like I'm so bad at giving hints. It's for you, it's for your well-being, it's for your fun, joy, it's for you to have incredible friends, like-minded people. It's for you to grow mentally. I guess these many hints are fine, right? My team was like, don't tell too much in this video because in the next video, I'm gonna share everything with you. So I'm gonna see you in the next video, and I'm Yuvika, your mindset shifting coach in a kayak.